guys, welcome back to my channel, Variety Ellie. Today is kind of a let me tell ya. If you could see by the title, it is my 1 year since I started YouTube. When this video goes up, tomorrow is 1 year since I started my YouTube channel, and I kind of can't believe it. It's been an entire year. So today's video, I'm just going to be kind of chatting about what that year was like for me, how being on YouTube has changed me and changed my outlook on life, and what it's done for me. So if you want to hear about what it's like hitting my 1 year here on YouTube, stick around. First, let me just quickly address my makeup that's on my face. I did a festival springtime look, and I will probably be posting that relatively soon, so just keep an eye out for it. Like 2 weeks probably, because I have a BoxyCharm and a Stitch Fix coming, and I gotta get those up right away, so it's gonna be a while, but here's your preview of the festival look. Boom. So I don't even quite remember anymore what made me decide to finally just get started with the YouTube channel. I was just feeling a little stuck, a little bit like there's more out there for me than what I'm doing. Even though I love what I do, I just want to do something more, something bigger. And that's where this I'm meant for something more came from. I thought of that pretty early on in this whole journey. I decided to start YouTube because I had thought about making a YouTube channel for a long time, and finally, like, it just hit me, I should do a makeup channel. Variety Ellie started as much more of a variety than what it is now. I was also going to be doing, well, I have my storytelling show, which is kind of what this is. It's a let me tell ya. And I used to do boy stories, and I finished that up about Valentine's Day. But I was originally also going to have a show. It was going to be called Ellie Literally Reads, where I was going to do acting out of exactly what it says in books. For example, if it says she turned on her heel and glared at him, I would literally show me turning on my heel and glaring at someone. That's a kind of a lame example, but it was going to be like literally what it says that they did in the passage. It just was a little too much to add that in there too, because it would have taken a lot more production than what this does. This is a lot of work too, don't get me wrong. This takes up most of my evenings. This is what I do on the evenings. You know, I need some downtime at some point. Self-care, friends, it's important. It became more of just a beauty channel. It just turned out that I absolutely love doing this. I love doing my makeup on camera. I love teaching about makeup, sharing like my favorites, just sharing what I do know. And my makeup collection has grown so insane. It's crazy. So, you know what, we'll get there in a second. I'm going to remain doing like chatty videos, like the let me tell ya videos for story time, and maybe some hot button topics I might want to talk about, that kind of thing. But yeah, so that's kind of how my YouTube channel came about. Yeah, so let's get back to that makeup collection thing for just a second. My very first video ever was my entire makeup collection. I went through my entire makeup collection in a half hour. I probably couldn't even show you guys all my lipsticks in a half hour now. I have not watched it since I posted it because I want to do a reaction video someday. My plan is to stick with this and to really just like keep on trucking, because in a few years from now, I want to be able to go back and do a reaction to my first video without having watched it in years. I have so much more makeup than I did at the time. But here's the thing. I have this much makeup not because I started getting like more like hoardy with my makeup, but because I started gathering more so I could do my channel, so I could grow my channel, so I could make some new interesting content, and not with just the 3 palettes I had and the 5 lipsticks I had and stuff. I wanted it to grow just so I could have like new interesting stuff to share with you guys all the time. So that's why my makeup collection's gotten so massive. So my life has changed a ton since I started my YouTube channel also, like a lot. We were thinking about moving back to his hometown because we both loved it there. My husband tells me, I found this job posting up where I'm from and I really want to apply for it. And I was like, you know what, if something has popped up and you want to do it, just go for it. I think within 3 weeks time from that decision, he had the job. So it was a whirlwind, and it was harder to keep up with my channel as I was moving, but I did it. I realized I did not have a good filming setup in my new place. At our old place, there was like a humongous big window that was perfect for natural light to use for my videos. And then when I came here, the natural light was not so great. It just couldn't really make it work well. And so it gave me the perfect excuse to start buying some studio lights. They definitely do better than what I could have done with my window here. So I ended up getting a much more professional setup. And if you see my little intro video, you know, like that bing. Well, my husband made that for me. That is basically what my setup looks like. But that's just a little bit of my personal background, just like show you guys how crazy my life has been the last year. And when you spin YouTube into it. Okay, so here's what YouTube did for me. It made me more motivated. I feel like I do so much different things now in the evenings than I used to. Before I started YouTube, it was a lot of just watching TV, honestly, like going and laying in bed at like 8 o'clock and watching TV till 11 and going to sleep, like every single night, just over and over and over again. And I knew I needed to be watching less TV, and honestly YouTube's helped me do that a lot because I have stuff to do now. Like I have to film, I have to edit, I have to plan. I don't have time to lay down and watch TV for 3 hours anymore, and I'm really not mad about it. I feel like I'm more confident in myself. I still struggle sometimes with my confidence, but I do feel like I'm more confident in myself. I feel like I'm just a dedicated person, and I feel like some of it's just been brought out of me by doing this. Like this was something I was always supposed to be doing, was YouTube. So I decided right from the very beginning that I was gonna have a filming schedule of Tuesdays and Saturdays and occasionally Thursdays. The occasionally Thursdays thing has kind of fallen off, but you know, that's just because that was a lot of extra stuff that is really hard to handle with a 40-hour-a-week job. So, but I have consistently done Tuesday and Saturday without fail every single week. Even when I was having technical difficulties, I found a way to make sure it got done to go up. Once I was sick as a dog, like I couldn't get my editing done on Monday night. Tuesday I get home from work because I'm feeling better now, and I sit down and I finish the editing, and even if it was posted at 10:30 at night on Tuesday, it was up on Tuesday. That's been something that's been very important to me through this journey, is making sure my videos are up on time and on schedule. YouTube is helping me stay accountable. So now let me talk to you a little bit about what I'm feeling about my channel right now and where I see it going. What is going on with Variety Ellie? So obviously, like all of us, I started at 0 subscribers, 0 views, not a whole lot going on. I'm gonna be really, really honest with you guys. I did not grow nearly as fast as I thought I would. I did think I was gonna grow faster. Is it a big deal? No. Do I still love doing this? Yes. Not a big deal. I thought I was going to grow faster than I have. I have, I think as of today, about 427 subscribers, which is awesome. I'm grateful for every single one of them, every single one of you, but I think I was a little naive. I mean, like, I'm gonna tell you a secret. This is how naive I was. This wasn't a cocky thing. This was literally just thinking this is just like how it happened. I went to Disneyland last year in May, the very, very beginning of May, like May 3rd through 6th. So that was like 3 weeks after I posted my first video. And I remember thinking when I posted my first video that when I left for California for Disneyland, I was going to post on Twitter and Instagram that if you see me in Disneyland, come say hi. Like all of a sudden there was gonna be thousands of people who knew who I was and would see me in Disneyland. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be that easy. And again, it wasn't a cocky thing. It was literally just a naive, not understanding that YouTube doesn't just happen like that. It doesn't. And clearly, because I mean, like, we're looking at a year later and I only have 425 subscribers, which is good. But I mean, like, honestly, it's not that much. For my second year, I'd like to see me get to over 1,000 subscribers. I think that would be awesome. I'm not expecting much. I've never expected much out of this. I'm not looking to be a millionaire. I'm not looking to be famous. That's not what I'm here for. I am here because I love doing this. And because I'm so passionate about it, I think it would be really great if someday I could use this as my job. I think that'd be really amazing because I've always been a little entrepreneurial. So I think it'd be amazing. I am planning a bit of a rebranding. What are you doing down there? My downstairs neighbors are banging something. Apartment living. I'm planning a little bit of a rebranding, and I don't know exactly all of what that entails quite yet. I just know that it's going to be a little bit different on my channel, and I'm going to actually get rid of the name The Vanity Mirror. That I'm not 100% sure about that yet, so don't quote me on that. But I'm thinking about it and just breaking up my makeup videos into different playlists, and then let me tell you, will be, you know, like Kathleen Lights, she has her cat chats. She doesn't put like Kathleen Lights at the end of all of her titles. She just does the name of the video, but when she does cat chats, which is her, let me tell you, basically, she puts cat chats. But my point is that it's going to say let me tell you when I do that, but my makeup videos are just gonna have the name of the makeup video title from now on. So I just want to address for a minute the whole YouTube changing their monetization rules for just a sec. First of all, know that I am much more stable than some other people, and that I'm very sorry for the tragedy that happened at YouTube headquarters. I don't think that was whatsoever warranted. With that being said though, I am still gonna air some of my frustrations about that because it was part of my 1-year journey, you know? So, okay, so back in December, I bought the Sephora Into the Stars palette, and that was a holiday kit from Sephora. I didn't really think anything of it. I just was like, I'm gonna do a video on this thing, and holy crap, it blew up for me. That video has 17,000 views, and that's insanity because I think I only have 2 other videos that are over 1,000 views. It skyrocketed my views, which helped me a lot in the monetization area because you need to get, like, the old rule, if I remember correctly, was that you had to have 20,000 views, I believe. So I got that. I got monetized. I was so proud of myself for getting monetized. And then I get this email that says that if you don't have 1,000 subscribers and 40,000 minutes watched by February, whatever it was, you're gonna be demonetized. I'm sure you guys have heard people talking about this, and this is just how I feel about it. I understand where they're coming from. They're trying to stop people who just like spit out copied content and like content that's just not appropriate or whatever it is from being able to profit from that. That's what they're trying to avoid. I feel that it is unfair that I was demonetized because I was already monetized. I did the work. I put out a good video that took off, and I do put out really good content that was monetized, and then you demonetized me. And I don't find that fair. I think that if you already monetized me, you shouldn't demonetize me. Don't punish those of us who have worked our butts off. I want to say that I do understand that it would be a really big job to dig through and find the illegitimate channels, the dishonest channels, the copycat channels, and demonetize them, but not demonetize more honest channels. But you know what would be nice is if like they could have done something where when they sent that email, they said, email us a letter explaining why you think you deserve to stay monetized, if you're already monetized, right? Why you think you deserve to stay monetized. And then they would have had some time to review those letters. Probably the people with some of the illegitimate copycat channels would not have even seen that email in the first place, so they wouldn't have to dig through those people. They'd just be demonetized. If they don't hear from you, you're demonetized. I think that would have been a better way to go about it, because those of us who feel like we have an honest content channel can vouch for ourselves and say, you know what, I already got this, and I feel like I've worked really hard for it, and here's the reasons I feel like I deserve to stay monetized. And maybe that would have been a good way to fish through, and just if they didn't hear from you, that's it. Anyways, you guys, I've been talking for like over a half hour now, and I just wanted to share with you all of this excitement. Like I've been on YouTube for a year now. I'm so excited about it. Thank you so much for all the support you've been giving me. Those of you who are watching my videos all the time, like every single one, is like, you've no idea how much that means to me. It makes me feel so good when I see frequent people commenting, and just I know that there are those people who are hanging on and watching my videos. Thank you so much for that. And I would love to support some smaller YouTubers. I'm a small YouTuber. There are probably some smaller YouTubers watching me. If we're not already subscribed to each other, please just leave a comment down below with your YouTube name and let me know that you would like to support each other, and let's subscribe to each other. Let's do that. Let's try. And anyone in the comments who wants to subscribe to each other, let's do that. Let's start a subscribe chain right down here in the comment section. I would love that. I would love to help support some other smaller YouTubers like myself. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me while I chat. Here's to another year, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I will see you later. Does that make it look like I have a mullet? A boom. A boom. Alright, moving on. Am I talking really fast? But I just realized I left my lash glue uncapped. That's just not okay. That happened and it skyrocketed. A boom.